am Professor Mary Boatemaa Setrana, the Director for Center for Migration Studies. I'm also the Forced Displacement Chair for IDRC in West Africa. So currently, among all the things I do, it's also researching on forced displacement issues within the West Africa region. We compare the internally displaced persons who are citizens with refugees. And so looking at their livelihood experiences, their health implications, and even sometimes policy issues. Yeah, so I mean, what is relevant particularly to what we have been doing since yesterday, thinking about forced displacement in West Africa. In our opinion, as a project, we think that the way forced displacement is viewed it goes beyond what we see and what's the context. And so in our various dealings and moving around discussing with refugees and policymakers, some people even describe themselves as citizens when in fact they were described as refugees. And so I think these and other issues we have found in our work makes us look at or question the citizenship of people, and which sometimes leads to statelessness, and then look at the policies and the definition of who a displaced person is. And then in some cases, we also ask, particularly in Ghana, when we ask the refugees, internally displaced persons, whether they want to go back. They will tell you, no, Ghana is better than elsewhere. That makes us think about the word integration, how West Africans view integration. I believe we need to start thinking about sinking roots, because people rather sink roots than to integrate, which has its own political terminology. And so people find it more comfortable, even in the absence of whatever the legal challenges are, the sense of belongingness and creation of their own attachment to the community gives them a certain uniqueness that moves beyond the challenges of integration, which we usually see in the literature. I mean, something interesting is also the fact that we receive refugees not only within West Africa, but we found some Pakistanis, Palestinians, Ukraine refugees in Ghana, Nigeria. And these are things that the literature, they don't talk about them.